What got me started with the Better World was, if you remember just a few minutes ago, I was telling you about some Canadians who had come and made an impact on my mother's life. So it was always in the back of my mind that someday, if I was successful in Canada, I would give something back, something small, not to this degree, is what I didn't think would take my life. So after I started my business, the computer business, in 1986, which I've owned to this day, during the first 4 years, we had some very good success. Actually, the first 10 years, because people didn't know how to use the computer. So whoever could use the computer became the expert in the field. I remember showing people how to turn the computer on. And so when it became successful, I was thinking one day with my wife, saying, we should start putting away some money so that when we retire, we could actually give some of it back. But then I saw very quickly retirement was too far away and I wanted to do something now. So that's what I did. I took the $5,000 that we had saved up from the business and talked to some of my colleagues that I worked with at Canadian University College, where the mission for my mother actually started before I was born. And I said, why not engage our church? Because the university church had a lot of skills, a lot of people, and we need to reach beyond the walls of our own church and the boundaries of our communities and see whether we can do something. So we started a small project in Kenya, and eventually it started growing. So 21 years later, I've been volunteering my time and traveling. And now, of course, it's much bigger and takes a good part of my daily life involved in this Better World projects around the world. Quality of life enhancements are mainly one of our focus, and we do that in two ways. One is we develop whole communities. Instead of sending money for a specific project, we will stay with the community to actually develop 4 or 5 key areas of success. One would be education. So we would build schools and train teachers and make sure the students are able to go to the university. Then we have water. Many of these countries still do not have access to clean water. So we will make sure that a certain community that we are working in will have access to some level of clean water. The third thing that we have been doing to enhance quality of life is health care. And we have come to the conclusion that without good health, people cannot work. Without good health, people cannot go to school. And the teachers cannot go to school. So to us, the whole community development is based on these 4 or 5 elements that we look within a community. If I were to tell you what directly that has inspired me or motivated me to keep doing this, is the marginalized children with disabled children, from polio, even now, kids who cannot walk, kids who have been burnt in fires, accidentally in cooking fires, and taking those children and giving them a future is one direct way we can measure the quality of life. Kids who are crawling to school now are able to walk. And not just because of me, but because of so many volunteers that have gone from Canada to look at them, to do surgery on them, to do physiotherapy on them. So that has become a passion for me, is to look at the children who are disabled. Especially in developing countries, you tend to put the money where you're going to get success faster and better returns, which would be on normal children. So people often ask me, why are you putting money into these children that really don't have a future? But we don't see it that way. We see of integrating them into the society as well. So those were the 4 or 5 areas that we focus on that improves the quality of life for people. I would say my greatest satisfaction comes when people can take me out of my job. That is to say that they can grow their own food. They have gone to school and now they have gotten a job. Disabled children who are walking and back into the society, back in school. Those were some of the key things that I look for, is how soon can I get out of a job is really the success criteria. That is to say, are we doing our work in such a way that someday people can carry their lives without our involvement? I wouldn't be going and investing my time and money if I didn't see the differences being made. Neither will I take anybody to show if these things were not happening. So I'm absolutely convinced and strongly feel and passionate about it because I am seeing these changes with my very own eyes.